But after like editing, it was fine.
Yeah. No, like at the post and then after the fact,
it was great.
That was good.
Yeah, and I've been really working with Premiere now because like the place I work at, I work with video dudes and course development. So like this week I'm there with the video guys, and the guy's like looking at me do edits in like After Effects. He's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean? Why are you editing in After Effects? Because it's easier for me. He's like, bro, dude, and I'm like, all right, but you know what? Those edits came so much faster because the live rendering, the ability to scrub through and like edit quickly. I got these edits done faster than I would have if I did the old one.
Yeah, and I feel like the only time you really need After Effects is like when you're doing like
more effects,
or visual graphics or anything like that.
Oh, I was gonna say I have no idea what those things are.
Oh, sorry. So the Adobe package has things that make. So this program we're using right now, we're using Audition. This is pretty much the way they do podcasts, voiceover work. You can do music, but it's not really recommended because it's not really a music program. But you can record things, record audio mainly. And then there's other programs like After Effects, which does like, like when you see cool flying graphics and videos and like 3D effects kind of.
Versus audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you would probably want to be like doing After Effects stuff like let's say you wanted to put something 3D or some cool shit. That would be the program to do it in. Whereas like Premiere would be more of like the general like this is like the general editing and color correction.
Like you're like 101 like
yeah. After Effects would just be like, all right, time to extra extra shit and stuff.
Yeah, so got that tea on you. Explaining things for like I used to do in class. Nice. But, yeah,
that makes sense.
So yeah, like it made my edits so much quicker. So I get done like with things so much easier. Just and I'm like, damn, what the hell am I doing? But I do like the idea that these guys, and I'm gonna try to kind of move into their department and be like their like dude that does like their bookings and their edits and stuff like that. Kind of help them out with video. So I'm trying to kind of work myself into that spot right now. It'd be good for me because like we're doing this podcast thing, shooting video. I mean, I like it, and I found that I should have probably went into video as one of my disciplines instead of 3D. Because I like 3D, like I do.
You have basic principles now.
I felt like that with
basic knowledge. Like I think you can kind of like teach yourself, like
pretty much,
a little bit, at least a little bit.
Oh yeah,
at least something to get you going.
Yeah.
Let's say you'd be a fucking director of a night. I'm just saying, you have a nice. Like you have more than the average bear, more knowledge.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh yeah, I'm starting off from like a different spot. Like I don't have
you have a little bit of that.
Yeah, I got like the third spot somewhere, like a little bit more knowledge and a little bit more wisdom in what I'm doing. And it's definitely cool because getting that education, I realized that it made me more of a problem solver instead of being like this dude that just kind of goes, what do I do? Tell me what to do. It's like, no, I don't have that, like, this, I have a self-starter type of mentality when it comes to problem solving for any project I get into. So it's cool, like, that's what college gave me, all the debt. I mean, that's all it gave me.
Everyone
become a good problem solver.
Everyone thought I was an asshole in college, because, like, because I was, like, trying to, like, do all this crazy shit. Like, I would, like, basically be an overachiever. But like in reality, I just was like so bored. I was like, oh, we're doing HTML, and like I got it pretty quickly. Everyone was like kind of catching up, and I was like
a fast learner.
And I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I might as well just try to do other shit. And then like I had my buddy in there too. He was learning the same rate I was, and eventually we just were like causing a rivalry. But I'm like, I'm gonna win you.
I'm going to take you.
So that's why
they competition.
Yeah, so that pretty much got me through college, and then after that it was just like, all right, I'm gonna do everyone. So yeah, I did look like an asshole. I was like, hey.
Well, you need that like drive and power.
It's kind of like this, man. If you're not, you just gotta get on my level or like whatever.
Yeah, seriously, fuck with me or like fuck out of the way.
Yeah, you can like me or not like me. It's like whatever. You ain't doing the work, you don't like me.
If you don't like,
frankly, that means you're just a hater.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Because even when I look at it now, like especially like almost 10 years out. Actually, yeah, it's 10 years out.
It's been 10 years.
It's gonna be 10 years out now, and like I look back at everyone. I'm like, okay, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? And what am I doing right now? So speaks for itself.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing too.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
I think like when we look at the college thing too, especially like people we graduated with, you know, like some of them are just like not doing anything in this industry, and some of them are actually doing something.
Yeah.
So it's very much like this weird 50-50. Like,
It's definitely.
it's a weird
like,
50-50.
like they almost went to school and
do
then
nothing.
just kind of like dropped the whole like idea of it like after they're all said and done.
Pretty much. They got the degree and they're like,
It's like, ooh, like now I don't have any guidance to like tell me where to go and what to do with it, so I'm not gonna do anything with it.
it's crazy to
go
see.
like I don't know.
I was gonna be a barista somewhere or something.
Oh
crazy.
yeah. No, it's a really.
Nah.
It's a really hard. It's a really
That's what
hard.
happens a lot though. I know a lot of guys that went toward that, you know. I'm not saying it's a
I'm
bad
glad
job.
I went to just straight to barista and fucked off college. It was like,
Hell yeah,
man,
dude, you don't have that debt. You're so lucky, bro. You don't even know. I feel like I have like fucking loan sharks like coming down on me every day. Like, oh, hey motherfucker, where's my money?
I have like.
Where's my money,
like,
motherfucker? Where's my money?
I have like about 12 G's left in my student loan. So.
Yeah, I'm like
I
30 or
I
40.
had it bad. And I was
It's gonna get paid off.
You're
It
lucky,
sucks.
and I'm glad.
It sucks.
Like, you're not part of that trap that I'm like linked onto the government. They got me.
Yeah.
They got me. You got me, fuck faces. But that's what it is, you know. Like, and
yeah, after banks got involved in the federal loan system.
Oh, you know
it's
that.
$1 trillion. It's like what, 1.7 trillion?
Something like that.
1.7 trillion. And like, I heard Bernie's like, oh, I got a way to get us out of this. I'm like, Bernie, you better fucking help me, bro.
If he does what he says and you can actually pull it off, I'm gonna be like, hey, you got my vote.
You got my vote, bro. I'm voting for you because I had like,
My ass is going back to school, son.
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, and school will be free for you. That's what he's trying to go
Dude,
for.
honestly,
I'm like, hell yeah.
Especially for
But it should, you know what? It should have been like that. That's the thing that pisses me
Dude,
off.
honestly, like
That
for
pisses
you,
me off,
especially
dude.
like you can like incorporate that with whatever you do now, so you can get like a business management degree.
That's exactly what was happening. Is,
Yeah.
well, I'm going back for accounting.
Okay.
Just kind of like finish it off.
That kind of
I
makes
started a
sense.
bunch of
Oh, so you
math
just started?
courses to start my path that way. So it's a matter of finishing it off.
That's good, man. Yeah. That's great. And accounting is
But what's his name?
Yeah.
whole,
I
like,
totally get you.
I mean, the whole like
And
business thing about
I'm not in
accounting
debt,
too.
but I don't have money. So
Yeah, it's kind of like, and then like pulling out loans is scary in itself.
I'm always kind of like, do I get an auto loan? No, I don't. Just
I know. Oh, dude, I always get the email from like Capital One. Like, hey, you've been doing good. You want the auto loan? Like,
yeah,
nah,
and
really.
you know what they're trying to do. They're like, hey, you got some like good credit right now, or some like good
build
credit.
up on that credit. That's what they're doing, and that's exactly what I'm doing next year. I'm getting a fucking car.
Hey, you know what?
There you
Brand
go.
new car.
Dude, that whole thing
There
with
you
your
go.
car recently, oh my god. No, like with the whole like
A drunk driving accident. I was like, I was a little while ago. March. Nah, it wasn't that long ago.
yeah. Still, it's like it's not like I think for you, you're like I'm over it. It's
My
done,
first thought
you know?
though, like,
I still get a little freaked out.
Yeah,
I think my first thought was like, I was like, man, thank God Christian had that truck and it was just like,
Yeah, it wasn't the other guy, because the other guy was in the same kind of Corolla I was in.
yeah.
Oh,
If we
dude.
were in the Corolla, we would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Those guys like were lucky they were drunk as they were.
Yeah.
You know, I might have saved their life.
Yeah, you know, honestly, my ART guy was talking about that because like they basically, because for us, like, okay, we get a crash, we brace.
Yeah, that's why like I think I dislocated my wrist, but I popped it back in.
Oh,
Hey,
hell
It
yeah.
still works.
Hey, there
no
we go.
pain. Hey,
There you go.
Dude,
I had that with my thumb once, and then my dad bent it back in, and that was terrible.
Yeah.
And I went back to playing basketball after.
So they were saying
That's
like
not
with drunk drivers, like they just ragdoll. That's why they don't get injured. They're
There's
just like blah, like that.
unaware and just like take whatever impact and move with it.
Yeah.
Like me, I was just like, I fucking
Oh yeah, you're like, oh shit.
Worked on my elbows, and I was like on the brakes super hard and just like waiting. I'm like, all right, fuck,
Fuck, here it comes.
because I saw him coming up the road. Like on the opposite side, I'm like, this guy's fucking drunk. He's swerving us out. But we're on Maya-Linda Road, and either side there are cars parked. So the entire street from sidewalk to sidewalk is enough for 4 cars.
Yeah.
Just enough for 4 cars. But either side there are cars parked. So that means there's just 2 lanes. That's it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nothing separating me, and I'll hit other cars if I move anywhere.
Yeah.
And behind him was a driver that was driving on the correct side of the road. So as soon as he got on my my side of the road, I had nowhere to go.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
fucked.
trapped.
Yeah,
If I went left, I would have hit the sober guy, and I would have gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Or take the fucking hit from this fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna have to take
Well,
it.
here we go.
Here it comes.
We're getting hit.
Damn. And that's crazy how you're like so like in those moments. I hear that it slows down, and I've experienced it myself. Oh,
It's this slowed down because it was actually slow.
yeah.
He was coming fast. He was coming fast, but he was coming slow. He was coming like maybe 25 miles an hour.
Oh, okay. So you
Like
knew
25, 30 miles an hour. It's enough to do damage, and it's
Yeah.
enough to total a truck. Total an 86 400.
Yeah.
As fragile as those motherfuckers. Well, they're not even that fragile.
Yeah.
No, it's older. It's an older car.
It's a fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Enough to where I didn't want to pay the cost of the car to get it fixed.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you like pay for another car? It's like, oh, that's too much.
So,
Yeah.
where were we at?
Oh, like you're just waiting for him.
So,
Like,
yeah.
here it comes,
Yeah.
and then
Hit down the car. I mean, I was fucked either way.
So heavily weighted, people don't
So, take the hit, but now,
The thing I
like,
found about the Egyptians
made me think, because I didn't have a horn on that car.
Oh yeah,
No airbags.
that's true.
I was like, I'm like, man, this would have been so much worse if this was a bigger car going faster, even the same size car going faster. Yeah, really fucked.
And that's the problem with like older cars. Like you just don't think about those things, and then when it happens, you're like, oh fuck. At least like you said, it's a small car.
A small car going slow, 25 miles an hour. It was enough. Now I'm going to invest in a Volkswagen Golf Sport Wagon because I think it's time for a grown-up.
It is. And you know
There you
what?
go.
A golf
Station wagon.
You know what? I was actually thinking about that too, because I was like, hey, I need like a hatchback or like a wagon or something.
You can haul stuff too, but it looks
Golf wagon.
nice.
It's nice. It's practical. It's simple. It's like the appeal is that it looks deceivingly boring, but it's got sharp lines.
Yeah.
It's like a little fun little sport wagon.
Kind of sporty.
Yeah.
Sportiness, but it doesn't brag. It doesn't impose upon itself. It's just
Hi, I'm a Volkswagen Golf. I'm here. What's up?
It's kind of
I
like
got it. If you need it, I got it.
Yeah.
because you know like Audi is like the luxury equivalent of Volkswagen, so it's basically like an A3.
Yeah,
And
and
like
A3 with a longer, with more trunk space.
Yeah, it does more trunk space.
Yeah.
not history.
But that A3 is very like, I am a luxury wagon. Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me.
Although I was kind of want one, but I heard
Oh,
that
it's dope, dude.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of A3s. I also want like an older A4 wagon.
Nice.
Those
Oh,
A4
yeah.
wagons, A3 wagons.
Was proven or was just
S4. There's all S for all of them.
I just love the compactness. You see one on the road.
There's a yellow one that's up the street from here.
Oh,
S4.
yeah, it's S4.
Yeah, okay. So the S4 wagon, the RS4 wagon is one of my fucking dream wagons. Beautiful.
The only thing I don't like about it is like it has the European reverse on the 6-speed.
Oh yeah.
So you have to like go into first gear, but you have
Yes.
to push down.
Yes.
And that
Push,
fucks me up.
move up.
That fucks me up all the time. When I was working at Audi, it was terrible. But every time we did the A3, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I even had to drive like an A7, and the A7's pretty much, dude, it's pretty much like Rolls Royce sized car. It's like an old man's luxury car. And I was like driving around, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like everyone has full leg room. That's how
It's like-
big that car is.
That's like,
Oh yeah, those.
I never understood the word plush until today.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
Today's the day I find out about plush.
Oh.
I've like.
And I was like, I think at the time I was like 20.
Goddamn
I was 20 at the time. I was driving around. I was like, damn, I should not be here. I'm the lot attendant.
It's just too nice for me.
Yeah.
It's like some rich guy from his piece of park the car, boy. Like, you got it, sir.
You guys are.
But you sink micrometers lower,
Yeah.
like in the suede that, like, and that makes a difference. Like, let everyone like fucking sink that just a little bit more.
So it was pretty funny. So like one time, I think this is like I was just learning stick, and I was working there, which probably was like a bad idea in itself. So I had to drive a car from like right where you work, like in Marilani. It's like basically where what was it, Two Kids is at?
Yeah.
That actually used to be one of the Audi lots. For,
Really?
yeah, it used to be one of the mechanic lots. So when I go in there, it's kind of weird because I'm like, I've been back there. So like I had to drive from there.
There's first-hand accounts there.
Yeah, so I basically had to drive it from back there, and then I had to go onto Miralani, and then up Camino Ruiz to like our service center, which is basically on that corner of like Miramar Road and like Camino Ruiz.
Or like that on the right?
Yeah.
Opposite side of the shell.
Yeah.
Because I know there's one to the
So yeah, so it used to be there. They moved it. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so, and like that lot was so sketch, like it was so tight there, sometimes we would have to like drive a car in reverse from like one of the lots and like, all around, so basically you're like zigzagging through a maze in reverse, and like I never felt so nervous in my life. But anyway, that S4 I was driving, it was a wagon S4, and I didn't know how to drive stick at the time, so I was riding the clutch all the way up Camino Ruiz, and because I'm going up a hill. I never got up a hill on stick. I was scared, and then, so I just like ride the clutch, and it kind of smells because you can smell the clutch. So the first thing I do, like, luckily no one was there when I brought it to the wash lot. I was like, all right, cool, and I'm like, I'm gonna go sweep. I like grabbed a broom or anything. Yeah, I just like dipped out into the lot somewhere.
That's funny.
And I just heard someone was like, "Hey, who drove this car?" Because you can smell the burnt clutch.
Whoops!
Oh, my bad. Wasn't me.
Speaking of burnt clutches, that transmission on that old 22, that 400 that I had, man.
Yeah.
I heard the fuck out of it one time because you know the exit on the 8 into right before the 8 off the 163.
Oh yeah.
Fashion Valley. Like,
Yeah.
There's like that fucking that straight uphill.
Yeah.
Always get caught there, and it's not a modern clutch. It's an older clutch. So like as soon as you let that brake go, it fucking goes. And I'm just like pulling the clutch back, let go of the brake, and then I just feel like. Wow, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm driving back and I'm looking for every mirror. I'm like, hit this motherfucker. My clutch.
Oh my god.
Stank.
Yeah.
Stank, and it was embarrassing.
Like, what did you do? Like,
This is not my
sorry.
first time.
Sorry. This car.
I remember
I'm an
like
idiot. I'm sorry.
Sorry, just old.
I
My bad.
remember when I was still working at Audi and like they brought in like an RS4 and I was like, oh my god, I could drive it. And this is like when I got a little bit better at stick. But then like I only got to drive it around a lot because like some of them were like, because I guess like one of the owners, like it's his son's car.
Ooh.
His son's younger than me. He's 18.
Hey.
Oh,
Wow,
shit.
of
I was
course.
like, this motherfucker. And like and like his dad would like drive with his son and he would drive up with a Lambo. And I'm like, man, of course he would.
This guy.
Of course he would have he has to have a way nicer car, like by a mile.
I know, right? This is like my daily. This RS4. Yeah, just take this one to work.
Dude, the clutch was so high on that thing. It felt so awkward. But like when you felt the roar of it, just rolling around like 10 miles an hour with that thing, like I was just like going like, man, if I let go of this clutch, if I let up too much, like this thing's gonna like flap a lot.
Whoops.
I've always wanted to drive an RS4.
Yeah. They're fun cars,
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
are.
But I think I still prefer the A3. And like if I learned anything though, like is like, dude, the A4s like end up in the lot all the time. They're always getting serviced.
Yeah.
So I kind of learned my lesson. Like, okay, don't get the A4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe like an A3 or maybe like even the S5 or A5. You know, one of those cars. Who knows?
Yeah. Huh.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Star Wipe.